Hi Kyle, this is Dwight. I just wanted to cut this quick video for you because I promised that I would, and I know that I've fallen behind a few days in that promise. And hopefully the audio quality is okay because I'm actually recording this from my laptop. I'm on a business trip, as you know, in Las Vegas for Affiliate Summit. Regardless, I wanted to show you how the system works and just give you a piece of video recording that you can spread throughout your team and perhaps incite some excitement there and give people a little bit of a preview. This is going to be the quick and dirty version of my demo. It usually actually takes about 45 minutes or 50 minutes, but I'm going to try to keep this real short just to show you the main features. So first of all, when we get into the system, let's dive right in. We can see that it's branded, custom branded for each network that we built this system for. In this case, we're calling it Roadmap Online. Over here, we call it a Success Line. This one being Primus Hub, this American Senior Benefits. And then we actually use the system for our own sales and marketing efforts, and we have a handful of others that we've branded. But I just wanted to show you that at first. Now let's dive into the features. This is the core product features. We built this on a sales funnel methodology. So on the big end of the sales funnel, these are the tools that will help you attract new business. So if you're a network marketer or some sort of online marketer and you need to attract new business, of course, you're going to want to expand out beyond your warm market of your friends and family and current customers. So one of the main things that you can do here in the system is you can buy leads. Let me just go into this lead store. Clicking on buying leads takes you into the lead store. We try to keep this really simple. One of the things that we found that was really annoying about a lot of this industry is that the lead stores were they were off-site, so somebody had to log in somewhere else, download a file, pay money over there, and so we took the time to integrate this all within this one system. You can easily add items to your cart and then proceed to the checkout. So you're actually buying leads through this process, and they get fulfilled by the API. So they're all getting transferred into your contact manager behind the scenes. We made the checkout a real simple one-page checkout. You just review your payment information, agree to the terms and conditions, and you're done. Now, if these leads are real-time leads, if they're the type of leads that get transferred as somebody in real time is filling out the online ad or the ad in the newspaper, wherever the ad may be that they're looking for a business opportunity or a product purchase, they're going to be filling that out in real time, and some of these leads are real-time leads. And that means that you're actually buying credits for the lead, and they get fulfilled as the people come in, and we have a bar in the contact manager that shows you that. But regardless, that's the lead store. We're adding more and more lead providers there all the time. We'd love to work with you or any other lead providers you may already have on hand. We can upload big files or we can work through APIs, but the main idea there throughout this whole system actually is to keep this very seamless, to make it a system that you don't have to log in elsewhere. You don't have to be confused by different interfaces. We wanted to make this a really nice cohesive experience for work at home people. Alright, next we want to show you the Share Links page. Share Links is a nice system. It just gives you access to all of the different landing pages on the site. You can see here we have a business opportunity landing page, a product landing page, and we have social media integration here, so you can easily share that with Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, and a whole host of other social networks. You can also copy the link, paste it into Instant Messenger or an email, wherever you want to put it, and you'll notice that this has Dwight in it. That's my name, of course, and that means that this is my replicated version of that landing page. So everybody that is sent to that landing page will get that. They'll get added into my contact manager. My version of the landing page, basically. In addition to that, we also have the marketing system itself, the system I'm showing you now. We have that sign up, and we have the personal site. Everybody gets their own personal home page. I'll show you mine. Just copy that to the clipboard. I'll open a new window, paste it in here. You can see that this is my online business card for this particular opportunity. I just threw some stock photos in there, so forgive that there. kind of goofy. But you can see my personal information over here on the right hand side, and you can take the tour. You can also get access to my blog. That was another item on that share links page I just showed you. Everybody gets their own blog. So it's important for the marketers themselves to get their own homepage, to get their own blog, because these are the type of things that we've found that they do commonly anyway. They're going to go to another site, they're going to make their own blog. You might as well have them doing it on your system, because that allows you to help control the message, to control the branding. And as people come to their blog, as they're producing new content, we're encouraging them to create new content as often as possible. Those people filling out the comments would be entering their email address, and therefore that's how they would be entered into the system as new contacts. That's why we consider them attract tools, the big end of the sales funnel. So the blog, the personal site, that's all there under the share links page. Let's go back. We talked about the lead store, share links. Invite contacts is an uploading system. It allows you to take in contacts from any other source. We don't require double opt-ins. We actually allow your marketers to upload their leads from wherever they may be, and instead of having that bouncer at the door, I like to say, with a double opt-in, we prefer to have the control on controlling how they send out the marketing messages, and I'll show that to you in a moment. But then also giving the end recipient of the marketing messages an easy way to unsubscribe, so that they don't mark it as spam, and that's really our focus on this. We want to make it really easy on the front end for the marketers to put in their contacts from a variety of sources without having to jump through too many hoops. That's the invite contact system. They can apply tags and whatnot. I won't go through that right now. Blog and homepage, we already looked at that, so let's move on and try to keep this quick as possible. Now, all the main fun happens here in Contact Manager. This is under the Communicate tool, and Contact Manager is where the marketers would spend most of their time. You can see, looking through this list, that we have a very visual approach to the Contact Manager. The colors on the left-hand side correspond with the temperature, so if they have somebody that's really hot, they can just mark it as a red, and just makes it visually appealing. They can jump to those right away. And this whole system is set up to be very automated, so they really shouldn't have to be in here all the time doing manual work. Instead, what happens is, as people come funneled in through the lead store, or through direct advertising to their landing pages, or a variety of sources, they're going to be entered into this Contact Manager. And the idea here, sorry about that, wind is being annoying. Okay, the idea here is that as they get into the system, they're going to be automatically sent autoresponders, get signed up for drip email campaigns, and the system will be nurturing that contact for them. On a daily or weekly basis, they will be receiving marketing messages, new information that's personalized to them. And so the marketer themselves will be able to juggle 20,000 different contacts as easily as they could have juggled 20. That's the idea of the system, and as somebody within that 20,000 contacts becomes interested in the opportunity or the product, they can just reach out to them. And so they really should only be focusing on the hot, ready to close type of sales. You can see the different drip emails that you can subscribe people to here, and we can customize this, of course, all for you. That's part of our checklist when we're installing the system, is setting up the drip emails, setting up the landing pages, the phone scripts, and the branding. There's a variety of things that we go through with you and your team as we're setting it up. So we looked at that. One of the things I told you about a little bit earlier is sending out broadcast emails. Let's jump into that. So I've just selected 2 people here. You can see Joe and Dwight. These are just 2 test accounts. But I could have easily selected 20,000 or even 200,000 names. The system is really built to handle big email volume. We control all of the email infrastructure. We have a product called Postal Parrot. You can check that out at postalparrot.com. And all of the email marketing and CAN spam compliance, the legalities of it, it's all being handled by Postal Parrot. And so that's all seamless. Once again, we don't want to have to force them to log into another system. And so that's all behind the scenes through an API. Anyway, we're sending out an email here, and you can choose between pre-built emails, or you can actually custom build a new message here. And this is only open to administrators right now, but this might be something that we could open up to your marketers to allow them to send out custom emails as well. However, that's something that would be charged for, because we really want to keep them on a on point, on message. So as they are sending out broadcast emails, we want them to be the pre-built emails, and that's actually included within their monthly fee. So for about $30 a month, they can get all of this entire system plus unlimited email sending capability with the drip emails, the autoresponders, and even this broadcast email system. There's no additional cost for any of that, unless they want to start building custom emails, and then it's actually just a low cost per email, about a penny there. So that's the broadcast email feature. Let's dive into one of these contacts just to look at this page. So as you're looking at one of the contacts, you can see a very straightforward visual view of how they view this page. Name and information, the last time they filled out a form, the last time the system contacted them or they were contacted manually, where they came from, which landing page, who owns them. If I'm an administrator, I'm seeing who owns this contact, because administrators can see all the contacts in the system. This is how you change that color that we saw on the left hand side in the list mode. And tags down here. These tags get applied based on the source, where the person came in from. So for in this example, BizOp page, and then also based on what type of marketing messages have been sent to the contact. In this case, they have a BizOp email, broadcast email has been sent out to them, and they're also subscribed to list 2, and they've received 18 emails on that list. So just at a glance, you can see what type of marketing has been performed to this contact, and so you could be completely hands-off and dive in here and just see that kind of information at a glance. It's really nice. Scrolling down to the bottom, you can see some more details. So if you want to see exactly what emails have been sent to this particular contact, you can see that here, and we have email open tracking, so you can see which emails they viewed and when. We're really specific about that, even better than the competitors, Aweber and others in the industry. They not only require all the double opt-ins, but they also do not show you who exactly viewed the email, just the overall metrics. So that's one way that we stand ahead there. And then you can, of course, enter your own information here in the box if you give them a call. We also have full integration with PhoneBurner, and PhoneBurner is an additional fee through PhoneBurner. However, we have negotiated wholesale prices with them. So if a marketer signs up for PhoneBurner through this system, they'll get actually a lower price than PhoneBurner advertises. And so that allows them to just basically go through phone calls very efficiently. They only have to make one dial, and the PhoneBurner system then dials all of their contacts in succession. And if somebody doesn't answer, it leaves a pre-recorded voicemail message for that person and allows them to take notes. All those notes will get transferred back into here from PhoneBurner. So that's a deep integration that we've done, and we'll be adding more in the way of text messaging here very shortly, and then also some more phone marketing capabilities. There's actually a lot more to show here. I don't want to get into too much detail though. You can transfer contacts, so this is a way that they can transfer contacts to each other. Let's see, a couple other things I want to show you real quick. Take another minute here. Over here in the report section, we can see different visual reports. Try to keep these really nice and beautiful. There's 10 reports in here right now. However, we're adding more all the time, and the real idea here is just to show the marketer what's working, to show them the type of statistics where they can see which landing pages are converting best for them. You can see some nice graphs over here, conversion rates and whatnot. This is just my test data, so it's not great data to show, but you get the idea. We want to keep things very visual. We want to show them what's working, what's not, because their contacts may respond better to a certain landing page if they have a specific focus. So They can just segment out their demographics by looking at these reports and finding out what works, and then rinse and repeat, that kind of thing. So a lot of graphs in there. And then final thing I'll show you here is the success education system. The system comes with a full suite of training lessons, and those cover all the major topics, the kind of things that I've been showing you here today: the dashboard, the lead store. If we go into these, we can see that there's videos and text. Video, there it goes. There's the video. Okay, so we've got videos, text, and this just basically is kind of like a user manual, but a very visual, nice one that they can check off one by one, and people can encourage them to do that on leadership calls and whatnot if they don't understand the system. So we try to keep that in there. That's included with the system, of course. But in addition to that, you can customize your different training. So in order to keep you from having to do leadership calls every day, or having to keep repeating yourself over and over, you can instead record videos like this one maybe, and put them in here into a series. So for example, let's look at how this system, we have some videos. We have 3 of them in this particular session, where we have a training lady talking to them about the basics of sales, how to follow up, how to organize their sales, and things of that nature. So that can be completely customized for you.
In this course, we're going to talk about what's called the cycle of life. See,
I'll shut her up for a moment. And that's Kesia. She's a trainer and $1 million earner in Nu Skin, I believe it was. And she has some advanced training that we can actually offer in here as a value add-on for an additional cost to the marketers. But this is a very flexible system. You can put phone scripts in here, and slideshows, text, images, videos, whatever you'd like to have. And the nice thing is, as they mark these lessons off, their score will increase up here. This bar graph will increase. So if you have a marketer that's struggling, then you can just say, hey, go into your success education system, start looking through those, check them off, and you'll increase your score, and you're going to end up being a better marketer as a result. There's additional things in here as far as profile and settings, but I'm not going to bore you with those details. Those are the main features that I wanted to cover with you here today, and I'd love to keep this conversation going. It's been a pleasure talking to you so far, and let's talk about how we can bring For Life on board. Thanks, Kyle.